Welcome to this video lecture of ready mix concrete, that is RMC. This is a fifth video lecture in the series of special type of concrete. Now, what is RMC, or you can say what is ready mix concrete? It is a type of concrete which is manufactured in a factory or especially known as batching plant according to the given set of proportion of the ingredients. Then it is delivered to the work site by a truck which is mounted with mixers, or you can say which is mounted with agitator. This result in a precise mixers, allowing especially concrete mixtures to be developed and implemented on the construction sites. If we will compare the ready mix concrete versus site mix concrete, then there are several parameters, several points on which we can differentiate both of them, such as consistent quality. Actually, concrete is made in high-tech batching plants by using computerized technology, or you can say the concrete which is constructed in computerized environment is known as ready mix concrete. Whereas in site mix, the quality of concrete is inconsistent because the mixing of concrete or mixing of ingredients in the concrete is done by hand, or most of the time it is hand mix. So it is a problem. The concrete is inconsistent. So to get more consistent, we have to go and use the ready mix concrete. It in ready mix concrete, the speed of construction is faster. It is double quick time. Whereas at site mix or in manual mixing, it is time consuming. In ready mix, raw materials are chosen after a strict quality check so that you can maintain the quality of concrete of international standard. Whereas in site mix, the quality of raw material is manually checked. In ready mix, large quantity of concrete can be ordered, whereas in site mix, quantity of concrete cannot be increased or decreased. That is why it takes more time. Repeated mixing need to be done if you want or if you require large quantity of concrete, as the mixture is too small to handle the requirement which you may ask. In ready mix concrete, the wastage of raw material is very less, whereas in site mix, the wastage of material is too much. In ready mix, there is no hassle because you don't have to manage the labor. The labor associated with the production of concrete can be reduced, whereas in site mix, it involves the use of labors for mixing the concrete. In ready mix, you can use safe work practices, but at site mix, it is highly unsafe. In ready mix, you don't have to require to stock the material at the site. Whereas in site mix, there is a risk. You have to store the material, and in this condition, you have to make a space, you have to make a guard to take care of those material which has been dumped, which has been stocked at the site. Now, if we will go to the history of ready-mix concrete, the idea is not very new. It has been first introduced by architect J. Heinrich Megens. He got his patent in Germany in 1903. But after 4 years, that is in 1907, he discovered that the available time for transportation could be prolonged not only by cooling fresh concrete but also by agitating or vibrating it during transportation. After this research, after this finding, the first concrete mixed off-site and delivered to the construction site was done at Baltimore, that is in the United States, in 1913. The first concept of transit mixer came in picture in 1926. Then in 1939 or in starting of 1940, the first RMC plant was installed in England. Between the year 1950 to 1980, there is a considerable growth of RMC took place in United States of America. But in India, the first RMC which was installed is in 1950. That is during the construction of dam like Bhankra Nangal, like Koyna. So if we discuss about the RMC plants in India, there are approximately 9,000 plus plants in today's world. But still, so much has to be done in this field. Now, if we will discuss about the advantage of ready-mix concrete, then we can say that better quality concrete is produced in lesser time, elimination of storage space, elimination of tension of procurement or hiring of plant or hiring of machineries, taking care of those machineries. The basic material wastage can be avoided. The labor problem, which is increasing day by day, it can be eliminated. Those labor which are involved in the production of concrete, time required is greatly reduced. If you are not using machineries or equipment at the site, then there is no noise pollution. Since concrete has been made somewhere else at off-site, that is why the dust pollution, the air pollution can be reduced at the site. And due to all this, the organization at site is more streamlined. But there are certain limitations for this. As the ready-mix concrete is not available for placement immediately after the preparation of concrete mix, then there are chances that the workability can be lost if you have not added any other admixture. There are chances of setting of concrete mixes if the transit time involved is more. Somewhere you had the concrete mixer has been stuck in the jam. Generally, we add some admixture like plasticizers or super plasticizers or retarders. So by addition of those retarder, you can delay the setting time. but sometimes it may cause the placement problem. Or as I had told you earlier, that if you had calculated the time of transit 30 minutes and the mixer has got stuck in jam and it has taken long time, then the concrete will be set. It may affect the strength of concrete. So addition of plasticizer and super plasticizers are required, but they have to be tested for their suitability in that particular concrete. In case loss of strength is observed, the characteristic strength, it has to be enhanced after loss of strength. That then only you can achieve to the characteristic strength. Because of large quantity of concrete available in short span, then special placing and formwork arrangement are required to make in advance. You have to procure the formwork, additional formwork, because the concrete you are taking is in large quantity. We need some equipment, and the main equipment which we require is transit mixer. The purpose of producing well-mixed concrete is lost if concrete loses its strength during transportation. Therefore, efficient transit mixer is an integral part of RMC plants. Generally, the capacity of this transit mixer is 4 cubic meter, or you can say 8,000 liter. But this quantity can be increased. The filling volumes vary from 50% to 60% of the volume of the mixer. The mixer drum, the transit mixer are made of high wear resistance grade steel, generally chrome plated or nickel content steel is used to making this mixer drum. The thickness of drum should be more at the bottom than at the sides. That is why the bottom thickness, the minimum bottom thickness is 6 mm and shell thickness is of 4 mm. This is an important equipment because you are taking the concrete from offside to the side where you want to use the concrete. Now, if you can see the operation of these RMC in the figure, the concrete is continuously agitated. These transit mixers are based at a central plant sometimes, and they are completely mixed during the transit. Or you can sometimes it is also used that the partially mixed concrete is taken in the transit mixer and the complete mixing is done during the transit. That if you will use this method, that then you can place the concrete immediately after the mixing. By using this method, you can avoid the problem of premature hardening, or you can say you can avoid the slump loss, which can delay potentially in transportation or during placement of central mixed concrete. Additionally, you can say that transit mixing allows concrete to be hauled to construction site further away from the plant. A disadvantage according to me, of these transit mixer is the truck capacity. It is smaller than that of the same truck containing centrally mixed concrete. Some other things, some conveyance units, which we had discussed already at the time of placement of concrete, is there, such as skip bucket charger box. This is a large steel box. I will show you the figure in the next slide. This is a large steel box which receives the aggregate and transport it to the mixer for mixing. These boxes run on rails which can take the aggregate up to the mixing point. Or you can use, for conveyance, you can use conveyor belt. They are used to convey the material from bin or silos to the skip bucket, to the charger box, or to the mixer. A modified form of conveyor belt is attached with the dip bucket, which can use to carry materials to the mixer in place of the charger box. These dip buckets, they consist of two protective rubber layers at the sides to prevent spillage, and the belt is partitioned to ensure correct quantities for batching. You can use screw conveyors. They are only used to carry cement from silos to the mixer. Some other equipment are also required, such as network of pipes to carry air, suspended air, to make the air circulated. You can use pneumatic system like batching gates. You have to use water pump for adding water. Sometime or most of the time, admixture pump for adding the chemical admixture. So these are some equipment which have to be used at the ready-mix concrete plant. Now, the raw material which you are using, the first raw material is aggregate, because aggregate is making 60 to 70% volume of the concrete. Now, for these aggregate, the further classification of these aggregates are fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. And several tests has to be done when you are making it in ready-mix plants, such as for fine aggregate, we do grading test, we do specific gravity test, we do water absorption test, we do moisture content test, and organic impurities test. And for coarse aggregate, we do again grading test, specific gravity test, water absorption test, moisture content test, impact value, compression, crushing value, and abrasion value test. So all these tests has to be performed so that we can maintain the quality of aggregates. The next is cement. The reason is cement is one of the most important or most common construction ingredient, because it has to hold the aggregate, or it has to hold the structure together. Nowadays we are using supplementary cementitious material also, so that the mix, the characteristic strength should be much higher. So it is used in conjunction with Portland cement, and they are used to make the concrete high performance concrete, or the performance can be improved if you have used high volume ash concrete. The next is additives, or I had told you admixtures. They can be solid or they can be liquid substances. They can be added in the batching plant or in the in the transit mixer. Most commonly used additives can improve the durability of the concrete, or it can reduce the water content required. It can even shorter the setting time, or sometimes it can increase the setting time. The next thing as a raw material is water. The amount of water in concrete has to be in controlled quantity because it induces workability. It may affect the compressive strength. It may affect the permeability and water tightness. It may affect the drying shrinkage. The potential for cracking can be changed if you change the water ratio. And after these all ingredients, it has to be mixed in a concrete mixer where we are mixing all the ingredients which we had discussed. Now, when we are manufacturing the concrete, the step one is implementing the product received. You have to receive all the ingredients: fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, cement, and a pipeline for water. So when you have managed the ingredients, after that you have to make a space or make a silos to store them, because aggregates are stored in silos, in hoopers, or in the ground. Once you have stored them, it will save your several days. So it is worth to store, otherwise to waste your time. The step three is additives. You have to add the admixture or additives at the time of making the concrete so that it will have some fluidity, or to accelerate or delay the setting time. So you have to procure the particular additives as per your requirement. Then the storage of cement. Cement has to be stored in silos or at a watertight place. So after all those storage, you have to mix them. The mixer blend the cement, sand, gravel, and admixture. Nowadays, in RMC plant, we use PLC SCADA, or you can say PLC, that is Programmable Logic Controller. So by using PLC or PLC SCADA, we can have a better control on the concrete. This controlling can be done by programmer itself. After that, there is a control section. In this control section, the all controls of full batching plant is given to the PLC, to the programmer. And by using this automated control production, it can allow us for better selection of, by using rigorous standards, by formulating a mix, and then with extreme precision you can take cement, sand, gravel, water admixture with a perfect dose. After mixing it, or after mixing it, we can deliver either fresh concrete or partially mixed concrete to the site. Now, delivery logistic, it is also an essential part of the process because the setting time of cement is very limited. So you have to take care that the time, the transit time has to be calculated in advance, and by using the silos, by using the mixer, by using the conveyor belt, by using the storage bins, you have to mix the concrete and you have to supply it to the mixer so that it will reach the site before the concrete starts setting. For the particular batch, the concrete is tested for slump. The concrete is tested in a way that the consistency of cement should not be changed. The slump should not be changed. So to check the consistency, to check the workability, or you can say to check the slump, we take a cone, we fill the concrete in the cylinder, we take up the cylinder, then according to its shape, we will decide that what is the slump. It is true slump, or it is a shear slump, or it has been collapsed. So these tests help us to maintain the quality of water in the concrete, or you can say the cement water ratio or cement binder ratio. And to check the characteristic strength, we do compression test. And according to this compression test, we decide that what is the characteristic strength we had received at the site. It is good or not. But I can say that the use of ready-mix concrete is very much beneficial to maintain the quality of the concrete, to get higher durability, to go for higher characteristic strength, or you can say higher target strength. Thank you.